Hello and welcome.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
I have my wonderful co-hosts with me today. Happy Worldwide Writeathon. As you like it. We are sprint stream number 15.
Mm-hmm.
This is very exciting.
Awesome.
It's just so good to see you all here. If you would like to do some introductions, we'll start with Laura, and we'll just kind of go around.
Awesome. My name is Laura Nettles. My channel is called Laura Nettles. I am an author tuber, obviously. I am writing currently a middle grade horror. I have been vlogging the process. Hopefully I will finish the draft this weekend. So we'll see. I'm really excited. But yeah, I also write a lot of horror, I write some sci-fi, and that's me.
Hi, I'm Glory. My YouTube and Twitch channels are Glory Writes the Blues. I host a live stream every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern on my channel where we all get together and we mostly talk about writing things. Every once in a while we talk about other stuff. It's fantastic. It's a fun party, to be perfectly honest. This month and next month through November, we are talking about genre writing. The good, the bad, the ugly, and how to fix all the things. So it's a wild ride. It's a good time, and we hope everybody can come. I have a current Bella project right now that is, we call it the Onion Story because it is stories within stories within stories, like Arabian Nights. It's a fun time, at least if you are into the Labyrinth and Willow. Then this story is probably a good one for you. The first 3 episodes are free, so I highly recommend for our American readers, consider stopping by my Vela project.
Very nice. And I am Allie Deatherage. I have a channel also called Allie Deatherage. It's linked down below. And I do a sprint every Saturday from 8:30 Central to 9:30 Central. And I write fantasy most of the time, although I do have one published book that is a decluttering book, and it's called Sort by Season. It's on Amazon. But thank you, Chandra. And I'm currently working on a 4-book series that's fantasy based, and I teach English as a second language full time online.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ashley V Pedego. I am a writer for children and adults. I am a singer-songwriter, and I also host productivity sprints over on Twitch on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the mornings. I am for NaNoWriMo. I am working on zero drafting 2 different middle grade projects, and I just finished zero drafting another one because I have that Pitch Wars blues. Allergies finally caught up with me. So hello. I'm sorry that I kind of feel like I sound like I got a frog in my throat, but it's just because I have tree pollen in my throat.
Relatable.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Margaret Pinard. Lovely to meet you all in person. I'm a booktuber / or stroke author tuber, depending on which side of the pond you're on. I'm a historical fiction writer. I've got 5 books out in various sub-genres, and I'm working on the 6th, which is proving to be a sick tarantula. So we're still plugging away in research and appreciating all the help and support from lovely YouTube folks. My home is mostly on YouTube. I do videos on Sunday, lives on Friday, and usually a Tuesday or Wednesday video, depending on if it's a tag or not. And I just love meeting wonderful people here, and I'm excited to grab onto Chandra's coattails and Dobby's tail. So excited for today.
Dobby has so much to say today, and yesterday, because he sat in my lap for the better part of 6 hours, he assumes that's how things are going to go today. It is not. I got stuffs to do. But thank you to my wonderful co-hosts. I'm so excited to have you all here. My name is Chandra Arthur. I am an adult sci-fi, fantasy, and historical fiction writer. I do live streams on Tuesdays. I alternate between YouTube and Twitch. And I have new videos on YouTube every Wednesday and Friday. Yeah, that's what I do. Also for Nano, I am working on my second standalone historical fiction book. I have 3 standalone books that will be in the same world, and then a trilogy will also be in that world. So, yeah, I'm here to hurt my own feelings. I'm going to get in the chat and say hello to some folks. Hi, Devin. Hi, Zara. Welcome, welcome. Esther, Essay, I think. Flora and the fawn. That is so cute. Ow, Dobby, absolutely not.
All hail the feline overlord.
He was like, it's a snack. It is not a snack. You could have just been over here and been nice, but no.
Nope.
Sorry, he's a little toothy today.
He's already back.
Hello, Moon Petra. Mallory, welcome, welcome. Crow, welcome. Nina, hello. Andrea, hi, welcome.
Hi.
Let's see. Maggie, welcome, welcome. And Jabria, Dante. I'm seeing a lot of new names and faces, so welcome to you all.
Yeah.
That's just so exciting.
It's exciting. So many new faces. It's wonderful.
Yes. Well, I think that's everyone that's in the chat. Oh, Carrie, welcome, Carrie. And the chat jumped, so if you're doing bingo, you're welcome. Yeah. Or if you're doing shots, also you're welcome.
Good morning.
I know, right? That's how I always start my day. Usually it's caffeine though. This morning I was getting ready while I was listening to Barrett's stream, so I forgot to reset my coffee pot yesterday because, we were just hanging all day. And so this morning I was like, well, cheers. So I have an energy drink. But
that reminds me.
Y'all, what are y'all planning to work on for this sprint?
I'm going to review my series notes so I can jump back in and start writing a little bit for that.
I found my middle grade notes for middle grade horror.
Oh,
I like that book.
little bats.
Yeah. So I reread and edited my first 13 chapters of my middle grade last night and yesterday. And so now I'm going to get new words starting in chapter 14 and hopefully finish this book.
If you were going to pitch your middle grade horror book, what would you? I know that's a mean question.
It's kind of, yeah, like Ashley has come for us today.
Just me conquering my fears of goosebumps by employing the monster that frightened me most.
Okay.
So
I want
it
it.
is a carnivorous plant disguised as a human woman moves in across the street from the main character, and things start going missing.
That book terrified me also.
Yes,
I'm so excited.
I never read it. I watched the movie.
The
of that
movie.
Goosebumps one in elementary school.
Yes, because our
Terrified
teachers were
me.
mean and they played it during school.
Yes. So Goosebumps was banned in my house growing up since I was terrified of that movie.
Yeah, but we still watched Are You Afraid of the Dark? So,
Aha. So that's me.
oh, that's
I've
exciting.
never read any of the Goosebumps books.
Well, there are 300 of them. So
She's written over 300 books, but that includes Fear Street,
Fear
and
Street.
some other stuff.
yeah,
I've never read
Me
any
neither,
of them.
Sandra. Me neither.
Okay.
Don't even.
No.
Sandra, I'm going to tell you, I am the elder here, and Goosebumps started way after my time. Like, they did not exist when I was reading scary stuff. So I've also never read it, but I have pushed it on a lot of young children.
Yeah.
So they don't sleep at night.
That was
Ooh,
my
may not
grandmother's
be
job.
sad of like, but they're reading.
My
And yes,
grandma
Crow,
would
the
just-
master class, R.L. Stein's master
Yes,
class, definitely
I will
helped
do
me.
that.
I will
I'm taking
watch
that right now.
Are
The
you?
best master class.
That is so cool.
The
I'm gonna have
best
to
thing
check
is
it out.
like, what are you upset about? This is easy. Writing, just have a good time.
Yeah.
And then when you're done every day, you're done. Go make a bologna sandwich. Like that's horrible.
That's amazing.
I'm always like that. I mean,
No,
it's
Mom.
hard to
Go make a sandwich.
assume.
I want to read or take Brandon Sanderson's masterclass on world
He has
building.
one?
Ooh,
I think he
Or
does.
just the
and
YouTube
it's-
series?
He
Oh,
has it on
yeah.
YouTube and it's free.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
bet, yeah.
wonderful.
yeah. So I've done. I think I'm on lecture number 8 or 9,
Mhm.
and yes, 10 out of 10 would recommend, and they're free. So I'll just be like around the house, puttering around, just listening to that. But
Yeah.
that was our timer, which means we shall be doing our first sprint. So we're going to do a 15, 220, and another 15, which is funny because, I mean, Madam Talks a Lot decided to go above and beyond. So in case of emergency, I will go ahead and let y'all know we may do a 5-minute sprint at the end if I forget to stop talking. With that, we will begin our first sprint in 3, 2, and 1. All right.
Hello.
That was sprint 1. How did everybody do?
252.
Nice.
96.
Awesome sauce.
149.
Killing it, y'all.
234.
That's fantastic. That was a short sprint, too.
I'm making a playlist.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, what's Ashley listening to?
Nothing.
Sharing is caring.
Okay, let's see. Ashley was listening to La Vie en Rose. The song from Coraline where she's going through the house.
Mm-hmm.
Season of the Witch, and obviously
Yes.
Witchcraft. Rhiannon,
Yes.
Dreams, Jolene, just that kind of stuff. Just
All
jamming.
great choices.
Yeah, making a playlist.
You know what I woke up with in my head this morning is In the Dark of the Night from Anastasia.
Terror will find you.
night.
Yeah, it's been forever. I don't know why, but there it is.
I love it.
When his head falls into his chest cavity.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Such a good movie. Such a good movie.
My kids love that movie. We watch it a lot.
So just as a reminder, all my co-hosts are linked below, so don't forget to go follow them. You will not regret it. And
Devin.
Going through comments, I forgot that the camera was on while I was... Do I have a Spotify link? Not yet, because it's not... I mean, well, I guess I have one, but it's just... I'm still adding to the playlist.
fair, but when you're ready, think of us.
I will.
So, yeah, y'all on screen, if you would like to share your answers to the first question.
Okay, one that has impacted my writing the most, nonfiction, is The Anatomy of Prose by Sacha Black. It is so good at helping you level up your prose on the paragraph, sentence, word choice level. Like, it goes through the whole gambit. Amazing. And then for funsies, the Eddie Dickens trilogy, A House Called Awful End.
I like the name.
I love his writing style. I tried to emulate it as a kid when I wrote my retelling of this kind of story, but starring Captain Jack Sparrow for some reason. So if you want to have really fun, child-friendly prose that he actually wrote as letters to his nephew and sent them to school, and his teacher would read them in front of the class.
Oh, that's so cool.
Very good.
Nice.
I'm reading The Anatomy of Prose right now, and I'm really enjoying it.
That's
Oh,
excellent.
that's right. It's on my list.
I think for what has actually most impacted my writing, because I originally got started in nonfiction, and that's up until the Velvet Project, that's everything that I've ever had published, between the cookbook and newspaper articles and magazine articles. All of them have been nonfiction up until the Velvet Project, which is the first fiction I've had published. And one of the things that I would get feedback on so much of the time was that whatever I was writing, no matter how dry or controversial it might seem, my writing was very readable because it was always funny. And this is the book that as a child I read like a novel cover to cover multiple times because, why not? And it really taught me how to tell a joke in every format, when to inject some levity. Because I have written on some very serious and medical subjects, but being able to inject a bit of levity has made a huge difference, and pretty much is the reason why, at least in my region, people would literally contact me saying, we're starting a new magazine. Would you be interested in submitting articles for us?
I love it.
And being
Amazing.
the
Also,
highest
this
paid
one in the
person.
comments, I want to read that because I love Gail character, and actually, my doggo, her name is Piper Prudence McCon. If you've read any of the Parasol Protectorate, then I believe you will know where that is from.
That's very cool.
Yes, I'm a fan of that series as well. I've read, I think, 3 different series of hers. I think she has maybe 4 or 5. So yeah, it's hilarious.
Allie, back to you on your favorite.
Yes, the one that's impacted me the most is probably Save the Cat Writes a Novel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it. When I read it, I I like studied it. I took extensive notes. I have like a whole like notebook of just like basically I wrote half the book down as notes. And it talks about how all books are like all really successful books basically have like the same formula no matter what genre they are. So it goes through the percentages of how much of Act 1 you should have in there and like the certain points they should hit. And it really helped me like organize my thoughts for my book and structure it in a way that made more sense.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been really pivotal in outlining my story.
We're not outlining yet, right?
What?
I think that's a separate question, so you're going to have a similar answer.
Oh, so craft book wise, you know, I love Save the Cat, and I love the somebody said the Emotion Thesaurus, and I have it on my desk.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to check that out too.
It's very cool. But I gotta say the thing that's really helped me the most lately has been, and I think I've talked about it every time I've been on camera, is the 10-day outline. Because I'm a person that could sit and like fuss with the outline forever and ever and ever, but by forcing yourself to do 10 days, and then you can set it down or you can start drafting at that point. It's a really nice way to make me jump in, because I know my process, and I know that as soon as I start drafting, I'm not gonna follow the outline.
Same thing.
This is like, the outline is to show me where the ending is, and then everywhere I go in between them doesn't matter, because I'm gonna fix it in revision. So and I enjoy drafting, and I enjoy the revising, but outlining makes me want to pull my hair out. So doing it in 10 days or less is yes, please. And technically, I'm working on that now, because one of the things he asks you to do is make a playlist.
Ooh,
So I am
it out.
doing my work. And then fiction-wise, I remember exactly where I was the moment I read I Capture the Castle by Dodie Smith. And just like, it was so good. And it understood, it put words to feelings that I had. And I was like, I want to do that. What she's doing here, I want to do that. And
so our timer just went, but I want to give everyone. No, you're good. I want to give everyone. I started it actually at 6 minutes on it because I forgot to start it, so I don't know how much time. I told y'all I was gonna mess up somewhere, but I want to make sure everyone gets a chance to go. And I'm also just going to mention, I will go back after live streams. I go back through and add timestamps. So if there's anything that you find particularly interesting in the comments or anything you want to re-review, you should be able to go back once it finishes processing and look, just so you can pick up all of these wonderful comments. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But Margaret, do you want to share your...
Yeah, I'll just give a real quick... So is it craft books in particular that you mentioned? Because most of my craft books for writing have been non-writing related. So whatever
has inspired you. It doesn't have to be specifically craft books.
Yeah. So we've got Wishcraft by Barbara Sher in the 70s. Total rock star about dreaming what you want into reality. I've got The Art of Nonconformity in the early 2000s by Chris Guillebeau about like living the life you want to in the world and community. This sucker, I had to get up and get these. Who has not read this one? A Room of One's Own by Virginia Woolf.
Ooh,
Like,
I love that.
and I just listened to Square Haunting about her and some of her contemporaries, which was beautiful. And then the only actual craft book that I really spent time going through, Self-Editing for Fiction Writers by Brené Brown and Dave King, and this is super, super useful. So I need to revisit it actually since I'm so stuck in the editing phase, but would definitely recommend.
I'm going to have to break that out because editing is the one thing that makes me want to cry, and it is also a good, solid reason why I have drafted 6 books. How many have I edited? Go ahead and ask me.
How many have you edited?
2.
One, and it's at 75%, so I don't even really think it counts.
No.
It counts.
Thanks, I hate it.
Me too.
So with that, I love the conversation. Honestly, I want to come back to this because I think it's so interesting and it's really helpful to hear what other people are using and what's getting them inspired. I'm also going to try to do a better job of setting the timer so we have an accurate count of where we are. But with that, I'll go ahead and get us into our first 20-minute sprint. And I want to thank Nia for this amazing timer that I will be using. So the 15-minute ones are from Laura Nettles, that's here on screen with us. And this 20-minute timer is from Nia. So we'll go ahead and share this. This will be our first 20-minute sprint, and we'll begin in 3, 2, and 1.
Woo!
Woohoo!
All right, y'all. That was sprint number 3, even though I completely forgot to
Join the
change
Fuel
the
Rewards
banner
program.
because I'm talented like that. How did everybody do?
$3.97.
Nice.
I got 26 because I had a snack.
Snacks are for the win.
I helped my kids identify a rock.
What was
Very
it?
cool.
It was quartz. I think. Based on the information we have, we think it's just a green quartz. But we got a UV light and checked to see if it glowed in the dark. Did not.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh.
I like that.
I counted hours so that I can get paid.
Yay.
This is important. Important.
It's an important thing to do.
Yeah.
I took a quick breath and went through to count out where we were because I realized even though I put like times, I didn't put where we should be at what times. So I figured that out just to make sure that we had enough time to get all of our sprints in. So, and I also realized that in my brilliant math calculations, I somehow flubbed something up. So we actually have a little bit of extra time.
Hey.
So, and I
one
remembered
of
to set
those.
the timer this time, so I'm killing it. How did
How'd you do,
everyone
Glory?
do in the comments? Yeah, Glory. Oh, jump in here. Jump on in here.
I had 121 words because I am actually describing breakfast and I entirely forgot the verb for moving biscuits from the cast iron skillet to the basket and had to go look it up.
What is it?
I don't know. I didn't get there yet.
Oh.
I'm
Like it's something with
really
a
wanna know.
spatula. What is that word? I don't know. All I could find was stuff intended for 6-year-olds. When
Never
looking
make
up
it.
cooking verbs.
We never make it to the basket. They just straight.
Transfer?
What?
Transfer?
That doesn't seem like the right word.
You transfer it to a wire rack, so transfer could
Like-
work for a
like if you
basket.
like it's like why is spatulaing not a word?
It's like scraping, basically.
Cradling.
Plops.
Scooping.
But it's not quite scooping, is it? It's like it's maybe
Chuck
a little
'em.
too early for me to use verbs coherently. And yeah, if you want to know what word I ended up using, read episode 4.
Oh,
when
I
it
have a
comes out.
question for the hive mind. Also, I realized that was sprint 2, not sprint 3, so I did okay. But here's my question for the hive mind. What is the name of that technology where metal is braided or twisted into like a rope?
Is that
Cables?
metallurgy?
I think it's
No.
metallurgy.
Is it?
Magic.
Are you talking about cables being twisted for strength, like tensile strength?
Yes, but are they called cables or like when they're metal? They're
Yeah.
just called cables?
They're called
Yeah.
cables.
I just read a book about the Brooklyn Bridge being built, and they called them cables.
Cables.
They're
Hey,
Okay. Okay.
you were
So-
the person to go to for this exact question.
I thought that I put a series of X's into my story so that I could go back and find the spot. Did I do that? Did I? Or maybe the auto. Oh, no, here it is. Okay. That's what I put, just a bunch of X's in so I could go back because I was like, I can't think of the word. Move on, move on, move on.
That's smart.
Except for when you forget, like I did that in my last book where I was using it for a certain character that I hadn't named. I was just like, move on. And then I realized that I did the same thing for multiple characters.
Oh.
I realized I also did the same thing for some words that I couldn't remember.
Oh no.
So when I was going back trying to like fix it, I had done an find replace for the character's name. And so there was
Oh no. Oops.
Undo.
it was great.
You gotta get that algebra going. Got some X's, got some Y's, got some B's, got some O's.
It was not a good time.
Mm.
So y'all, let's go around and hit this question here.
Roll doll.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just read Matilda.
Oh,
I also
classic.
have his book curated ghost stories and
Ooh.
his adult short stories.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
So he's multi-talented.
Yeah.
I like
I would go with Terry Pratchett.
Yeah.
I've not read any
Um,
Terry Pratchett, so I should probably do that.
Delightful.
Yeah, Terry Pratchett got me through a very difficult time in my life by just binging Discworld. And also, I've learned so much about how currency and banking systems work and the post office. Like, several of the books like really are a wonderful way to learn how essentially infrastructure works
Mhm.
in modern civilization to a depth that I never thought I would care about, let alone retain.
Fair. Allie, how
How
about you?
newspapers work. That is exactly how newspapers work. I've worked for several. That is exactly the book, The Truth. That is exactly how newspapers work.
That's
So-
amazing. For me, it's actually Cassandra Clare. I recently started reading the City of Bones series. There's like 17 books. They're amazing. Her character building is incredible. Like the way she has she introduces characters and has them interact with each other. Like I really admire that. I want to build characters like she does.
I love it.
So I love the fact that Neil Gaiman is able to write in multiple genres. There's so many things to like about Neil Gaiman, but the fact that he's able to do TV and movies and books for adults and children and graphic novels, I think that is awesome, and I like his flexibility. I admire that very much. And then also Lindsey Eager is a middle grade author, and she's very open about how hard it is to be a to be a traditionally published author and a mom. And that means a lot to me, just seeing her openness. And there was a year where she didn't publish anything traditionally, but she wrote 25 books as a ghostwriter in
Oh,
one
wow.
year. And so,
What?
yeah, in 1 year, she wrote 25 ghostwritten books. And I admired that work ethic, even though she's like, whoa, I would never do that again. But she had to, because she had to feed her kids. And she was like very open and honest about, I'm doing this because I'm going to make money for my family so that we can have food on the table. And I admire how she did that. So like, that's very inspiring to me as a
Yeah,
mom of
absolutely.
3.
Margaret?
I had another 5 quick ones. So 2 people who have passed away would be Ursula Le Guin, who's a Portland author, like well-loved sci-fi trailblazing figure, and Alice Steinbach, who is not as well known, but she's a journalist / memoir writer from Baltimore area, and she passed away, I think, in the last decade. And she wrote Without Reservations, and it's like a travel reclaiming your identity as a mature woman, and I really appreciated that. I love Jacqueline Winspear's books for how much heart she puts into her Maisie Dobbs mysteries, historical mysteries. And then 2 people I really admire who are on AuthorTube are Michelle Schusterman and Lindsay Puckett. So they're both super sharers and honest, and I feel like doing the Lord's work, if that wasn't a loaded statement, but just like helping us all out in terms of not feeling alone and demystifying the process. So love them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, they're both doing middle grade. Well, Michelle was, but yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, they both are multi-genre, I think.
Yeah.
That is really cool. I'm gonna have to, like, most of those I haven't actually read, so I have homework, which I'm really excited about. And yeah, I'm gonna like go look some of those up and add them to my TBR, because yes. With that, we'll jump into sprint number 3. Here. And we'll have a little bit of time left at the end, so I want to circle back to some of these questions because I feel like we haven't had enough time to really delve into them, but there's a lot of great stuff there. So with that, I feel like y'all can really see a glimpse into my mind here. Anyway, we'll start our next sprint in 3, 2, and whenever this video loads. Ish. Maybe. Right now.
I started early.
All right. That is the end of sprint number 3. How did everybody do?
I ate breakfast.
Yay!
Yay, breakfast.
89 words. And another Rolo hot chocolate with marshmallows.
Yum.
So jealous.
202 words.
Yes. That is awesome.
Yeah. 220 words. Yes. It was all food description. It flowed.
Well, right now I'm describing a library, so that's fun.
Ooh.
I mean,
Love it.
I'm writing down a list of questions that I need to answer before I write the outline, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 8 questions, and I like to have about 10. So
Love it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I wrote down like 6 questions and answered one of them for my own outline.
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I just want y'all to know I'm working on the last chapter, and then I have
Hey.
the epilogue to finish
Nice.
this project so that I can go into my nano project with a clear mind.
Is this the 5 chapters you were talking about yesterday?
Yes, it is.
Hey.
I'm really excited. Also,
Yeah.
thank you, Glory. And I just want to say that I'm really mean, and this took a hard left turn, and I'm okay with that.
Nice.
I hurt everybody's feelings.
Oh no.
That's what you got to do. I mean, you take no prisoners when it comes to writing.
It's true. It's true. And I just really love killing my characters. That's all I have to say about that. I think it's also great timing because some of y'all mentioned that you're prepping to outline. So we have question number 3 right here.
Mm-hmm.
Jump on in there. Tell me what you think.
Roy has opinions.
It
But,
does. I love
does. The
I will be very anxious to hear this one because I don't have any books on outlining. And guess who needs books on outlining?
I don't have any books
mean,
on outlining, but Writing in the Dark by Tim Wagner has an excellent breakdown of the different endings that horror can have and the strengths and weaknesses of each type of ending. So,
Nice.
Writing in the Dark by Tim Wagner.
I like it. I like it.
Can you say that one more time? Because I have 2 of my 3 kids are currently in this room.
So, Writing in the Dark by Tim Wagner has a list of all the different types of endings that horror books can have
Yes.
and the pros and cons of each. So,
Okay. I love that.
Yeah, there's like 8 or 9 of the different types of endings.
Awesome. Thank you. Sorry. They came in and were like, I need my toothbrushing show.
Love it.
I love Outlining Your Novel by K.M. Whelan. And the workbook, I originally thought I don't need the workbook because I got the book. And then I was doing that, following the book along. But let me tell you, the workbook is even better. I'm normally not into buying workbooks. They say that as like a former elementary school. But that workbook is actually worth every penny. And truly, she made sure I understood that I had no idea what I was doing. It was wonderful. Yes, take me to task. So I could not speak highly enough of her. Also, her Structure in Your Novel is a really good book as well. That for me, I feel like they honestly go together for outlining.
Yes, I actually have the same book, Outline Your Novel by K.M. Whelan. I haven't done the workbook yet, though, so that's a great suggestion.
Oh, it is even more extensive than the book. How is that possible? It's fantastic.
Wow, I'm so excited. Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna have
really
to try that too.
She gives you so much value. In a world of low content and no content ebooks, K.M. Whelan is get back, watch me. I love her. She's so good. Her
Yes.
character arc book is one of like, yeah, I can't speak highly enough of her.
Exactly. She talks about like how to build your story around character and how to do that and how important setting is. Yeah, I agree with Glory. It's an excellent resource. Yeah.
Oh, you guys all have such good suggestions. So I love the snowflake method is how I started writing books, and so I always have to say the snowflake method was really really helpful for me because it showed me that I could write a book. And I know I already mentioned it, but I'll show you the cover this time. How about that? That's different. The 10-day outline. It's a 4-book series, so he also has the 10-day draft, the 10-day something, and the 10-day author. This is the only one I've used. I just like it. But I think it only works if you already have an idea of how story structure works. So you need like a romancing the beat, a save the cat, the heroine's journey, something like that. And then in combination with this book, it works great. Oh my goodness, did you need a hug right now? Okay. Here, can you take this to your sister?
Reading, plot, gardening. Is there punctuation in that? I'm not sure how I'm supposed to take that title.
I think it's plot gardening.
Oh, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that would take me a second. I was like,
yeah, reading, plotting is like a garden. Yes.
I'm loving these.
Yeah, totally. And actually, I've heard British writers describe their plotter pantser spectrum as gardener. What was it?
Architect.
Thank you. And I thought, oh, that's so nice. I like that.
Well, especially with the way the English garden. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Because
I mean,
like
magic
their
words.
idea of gardening is like, just throw it in a corner of the. It'll be fine. They'll all be friends.
right.
So,
Beware of the hermit's retreat in your plot. It's lurking.
yeah, it's like ordered chaos. It's like.
Yeah.
So yeah, that kind of makes sense. Yeah.
I've used Romancing the Beats, Snowflake Method, which I don't have the book, but I have Romancing the Beats, and then a little bit of Save the Cat. Just like I've read it, but I don't really use that as my plot method. But now I have kind of mishmash of like all the methods that I've seen. So I think Romancing the Beats was probably the most helpful for me, but I do tend to lean very heavily towards Snowflake Method. But I'm wanting to try some more different methods because I think it would be very helpful. But everyone in the comments here, I'm like gonna have to go back through and be like, and this one.
I know.
I'm typing them out over here.
Yeah,
So much going on. I know.
So Romancing the
and
Beat is only this thick for
Yeah,
people who are
that's
interested.
what I love about
And
it.
it's funny.
Yeah.
It is. It's very.
It's so voicey for a plot book.
It is, and I love that.
It takes like an hour to read.
I don't remember if I've read this one or not, but Maggie has come through with a few great suggestions.
Ooh, yeah.
So,
I'm also currently reading this one because the Pitch Wars folks suggested it. So I can't say whether or not it's helpful or not because I'm still reading it, but I am reading this one.
Story Engineering
by Mastering. That's not helpful. By Larry Brooks.
Larry Brooks. Okay.
I looked for the name and I was like, that's
he's the only person I've attended a workshop on story structure about, and
hey.
it wasn't for me.
Oh, okay, well,
it could have been his personality rather than his method. However, I'll just say that.
that's fair.
fair. I'm also going to say the chat has jumped 2 or 3 times. So if you're taking shots or you need the bingo,
You
there's
are.
that. Get ready to
You are
pass
having
that
a good time now.
I did make an adjustment. I bumped the final sprint down to 10 minutes so that we have a little bit more time to chit chat at the end and give our outros. So I do want to jump into that last sprint just so we make our quota for the stream.
You got this. We
Which-
got this.
We'll do if I can figure out how to technology. I just, when you have that moment where you just forget how to do stuff real quick.
Oh yeah, James Scott Bell. He was big too. Yeah, all these names they just sort of scream by.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely go back in and put in timestamps for all of this because I need to write all these down and go back and read them. So
That's a cute timer.
That one is cute.
yeah, this is from Laura as well. I'm absolutely loving the timers. Thank you.
Laura, these
So-
are great.
It's
For
called
the win.
Canva for some of these.
And
Yes,
we
it's
will
super cute.
begin our next sprint in 3, 2, and 1.
I think she's in the kitchen. Might be in the laundry room.
right, y'all. That was sprint number 4.
I like it. I like the thunder. I love that.
That was nice. It was
Yeah.
very
We don't
mellow.
go Patty. Love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all, that was awesome. How did everybody do?
So good.
127.
Love it.
I wrote an email to a person I'm crushing on. So the word count doesn't matter. It's the word quality.
Oh,
I feel that.
113. And Glory is now being featured in my story as the research librarian.
Hey!
Shoulder length curly hair pinned back with crocheted flowers.
Aw, yes.
Oh.
Helping them with a hypothetical neighbor problem.
That is
Cool.
perfect.
Yes, these children are now claiming to be writers and need help with hypothetical research on how to take care of a neighbor.
Uh-oh.
So,
You'd be surprised the very odd requests I've received when I was a librarian.
I got a total of 725 words for the stream.
Wow. Well done.
Amazing.
So, and I'm about maybe a third of the way into this chapter. So I think it's going very well. I'll probably finish it up in the next sprint.
I got 858 this stream.
Nice!
Awesome.
Wow.
I started brainstorming how to answer these questions that I asked myself because I was mean and asked questions I didn't immediately have answers to.
I mean, I do that, and then sometimes the answers come up in the writing process too. Like just having them set aside so you know that you need to answer this question, and then you can go back and fill it in later.
I would like to have a handle on some of these things because they do directly affect the plot. I'm like a plantser. I like to have an outline, but I'm not afraid to go off the rails a little bit. But I do need some of these answered before I can continue.
Sometimes when I keep asking questions, the older ones eventually get answered through some
Yeah.
of my questions.
Yeah, I think if I start brainstorming answers, the other questions will be easier to answer.
I love it.
Oh, pretty.
I got a total of 599 words for this.
Yes,
Yep.
kill it.
Yes, and like the breakfast is taking forever. I'm afraid the whole episode 4 will just be breakfast. Oh well, I hope the readers are hungry.
I know I am hungry, so I'm gonna get my breakfast here, and the next little 30-minute break is
I
my
may have eaten
plan.
a bagel
Good
and
idea.
cream cheese.
So, did y'all see question 4 in the chat?
Yes.
If you're up
Yes.
for it,
Yes.
we've already got our little chat
Question
group, so we can schedule
Thanks,
something.
Carly.
We'll get back to you.
Just Eva, what's CGL?
Critique group live.
Oh, right there.
Yes,
Sorry.
yes, get in
I'm
on
like,
that.
it sounds so familiar.
I like it. Yes, we will work something out. I will chit chat with everyone and see if we can make that happen for y'all. Thank you so much for the love.
Good.
Thank you for hanging out with us all.
This was a lot of fun.
This was so fun.
It was an absolute blast. And it's 11:24. So I want to make sure I give everyone a solid chance to get through their outros, but I also want to run through some of these comments as well. Autumn Ashley has arranged a Nano Writeathon for mid-November. Very
Ooh,
cool.
fun.
Keep an eye out for that when we're on the struggle bus next month. And yes, Margaret is fantastic. You should go follow her channel. Remember, everyone is linked below, so definitely check that out. I also read. Love me some books. Let us know what you read.
Or they read.
I read.
Yes. Oh, you read. Duh. No, don't
Interpretation.
leave me alone. No words left behind. Anyway, moving right along.
Love it.
I read, but I obviously I can't. So don't at me. And I think Glory is the perfect fit for this cameo.
Thank you.
Definitely.
We're about it. You know what? We should all just like add Glory in randomly as our local resident author tube librarian. For, like,
I need a librarian in one of my books. So.
Easter egg.
Well,
Definitely Easter egg.
yeah. No kidding. That's what historians will remember about me. Not anything I've ever written will be like, this one character is actually based on a real person and showed up in like a variety of universes, implying that these universes all may exist in the same story world.
Actually, it's
Hotly debated 400 years from now.
I love it.
Or that you are a like Doctor Who-ish librarian. You travel
you
through
go.
all
Time
of time and
traveler.
space.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
I love
You
it.
can be there
Never
to
know.
answer questions for all of our main characters.
The
I mean, it's
unknown
true
doctor.
that in my state, I was used as the reference research librarian pretty much for the whole state. The joke was, among all the library departments, all the public libraries, was if Glory can't find it, it doesn't exist. And I thought that was really adorable that
That is nice.
library directors around the state said that about me.
Oh,
So I would get
That
some
is-
very
that's
odd
awesome.
questions.
So yeah,
Time Lord.
Everyone, it seems like everyone is for this.
yes. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no, I do have some suggestions for some evil librarian. If anybody
Not a
needs
deal
some
breaker,
characters
apparently. Not a
constructed.
Deal
Hit
breaker.
up your local librarian for all your librarian needs.
Also, by the way, if anybody
Yes.
is familiar with Doctor Who, season 7 or series 7,
I'm on that
when
one.
Amy goes to the orphanage,
Yes.
looking. Okay, the orphanage director, let me tell you, there's a real librarian who works in Harrison County. When he answered, his name is Metric. That is his real first name. And I was like, is he like playing with me? Why does he sound exactly like the orphanage director? Like, hello. Yes, Miss Glory. I am available for your questions. And I was like, am I being punked right now? He's a real human being and he is a fantastic sweetheart.
But his
So
name
I
is
just want to
Metric.
point out
I love that.
his real,
What
yeah.
did-
And I was like, you mean like the measurement? And he's like, yes, my name is Metric. It is memorable.
It is memorable.
He's just a character that just stepped out of a book and decided to live in a library, y'all.
I love it.
All right, y'all.
Yes,
I don't
so
want to
good.
cut off the conversation, but
Oh, we
I'm
have to go.
obligated to. We will circle back to hopefully, fingers crossed, when we can all get together again.
Yeah.
Reunion stream.
And I want to get everyone's outros in there. Let's start with you, Laura. Let's go for it. Oh, your military left.
My
Go
name
for
is
it.
Laura Nettles. My channel is called Laura Nettles, where I am vlogging my writing experience. Currently finishing up my middle grade horror, and yeah, follow along.
Hi, my name is Glory, and my channel and Twitch channel on YouTube and Twitch is Glory Writes the Blues. I am available for all of your fun shenanigans. Hit me up.
Hi, I'm Allie Deatherage. My website and YouTube channel are linked down below, and I stream once a week. And I would love to have you all there so I can root you on and applaud you and be super supportive.
My name is Ashley V Pedego. I'm a writer for children and adults, a singer-songwriter, and I host productivity sprints over on Twitch. And I'm so glad we got to hang out. This was so fun.
It was a blast. Thank you all.
Your turn.
And my name is Margaret Pinard, and I've got a YouTube channel of the same name, a website of the same name. I write historical fiction for people who love historical fiction. And I'm looking for people who want to plan 2022. If you're interested in like doing a little planning session,
Yes.
as well as bookish chats every other month for my Patreon. So there you go.
And
Nice.
thank you so much to all my wonderful, wonderful co-hosts. I've had the absolute best time. Thank you for everyone who participated in chat and came to hang out with us.
This was so
All the
good.
love. Thank you so much. My name is Chandra Arthur, and I have been your host. I stream every Tuesday night on YouTube or Twitch. I post new videos on Wednesdays and Fridays on reading, writing, and all things books. You can definitely find me on Instagram also at cchanwrite, or on YouTube at Chandra Arthur. Thank you all, and we will see you next time.
Bye, guys. Happy writing.